Our headlines for tonight: the Philippines and Japan inks deal strengthening security and defense amid tensions in the region.
Hunger among Filipino families eases to 20.1% in the fourth quarter of 2025, according to a survey reports.
Senator Robin Padilla defended Senator Ronald Bato de la Rosa amid Senate absences.
The Philippine government grants visa-free entry for Chinese nationals with business and tourist purposes for up to 14 days.
The United States announces launch of Gaza's peace plan phase 2. Good evening, bringing you the latest news for tonight. I am ALVIN.
And I am KRIZZA Lopez. This is Eurotv Newsthread. The details on our broadcast. The Philippines and Japan have once again certified bilateral relation through exchanging notes on strengthening the security and defense on both countries.
Moreover, the Japan extends grant aid for the internet connectivity in Basilan, Sulu, and Tawi-Tawi, amounting to more than 600 million pesos. More from this report.
During the visit of Japanese Foreign Minister Motegi Toshimitsu, the Philippines and Japan signed several key bilateral agreements, underscoring the deepening ties between the two countries. The signing ceremony was led by Secretary of Foreign Affairs Maria Teresa P. Lazaro and Japanese Foreign Minister Motegi Toshimitsu, held on Thursday. 3 agreements were finalized by Lazaro and Toshimitsu, focusing on strengthening security and defense cooperation between the two countries and enhancing internet connectivity, coinciding with the celebration of the 70th anniversary of cooperation between the Philippines and Japan. The two foreign ministers signed the agreement concerning reciprocal provision of supplies and services between the armed forces of the Philippines and the Japan Self-Defense Forces. This agreement is also known as the Acquisition and Cross-Servicing Agreement, or ACSA. The ACSA aims to establish clear guidelines for the reciprocal provision of supplies and services between the two countries, particularly in joint military training, operations, humanitarian assistance, and disaster response,
which aims to enhance our mutual military interoperability and readiness, complementary to the Reciprocal Access Agreement.
According to Secretary Lazaro, the agreement will also serve as the logistical backbone for the implementation of the Reciprocal Access Agreement, or RAA. The Philippines and Japan also signed the Official Security Assistance, or OSA, for fiscal year 2025. Under the OSA, the Philippines will receive approximately 341 million pesos, which will be used to enhance the capability of the Department of National Defense in protecting the country's territory and in maintaining peace and security in the region.
Of the Philippines' initiative to modernize the capabilities of our armed forces.
Lastly, Japan granted aid to the Philippines for internet connectivity amounting to 330 million pesos for the establishment of wireless internet connectivity in Basilan, Sulu, and Tawi-Tawi. Both Lazaro and Toshimitsu assured that the coordination between the Philippines and Japan will continue, particularly in strengthening each country's security and defense capabilities. According to Secretary Lazaro, these bilateral agreements are a clear indication of the deep and growing cooperation between the Philippines and Japan.
Japan is a vital strategic partner of the Philippines, and our relationship will continue to be bound by shared values of democracy, respect for the rule of law, and a commitment to peace, stability, and prosperity in our region.
Established with Secretary Lazaro during this visit, I am determined to deepen Japan-Philippines relations even further toward the realization of a free and open Indo-Pacific.
This is KRIZZA Lopez for Eurotv News.
The year 2025 ended on a positive note as the number of Filipinos experiencing hunger in the last quarter saw a significant decrease. According to the latest Social Weather Station survey, the hunger rate dropped to as low as of 20.1% among families, reflecting an improvement in food security across the country. Mia Layagin has the report.
The hunger incidence rate among Filipino families was recorded at 20.1% at the fourth quarter of 2025, social weather stations reported. This is 1.9 points lower than the 22% of Filipino families that experienced involuntary hunger on September. SWS described involuntary hunger as experiencing hunger or having nothing to eat at least once during the last 3 months. In this number, 4.5% experienced severe hunger or often or always experiencing hunger, while 15.6% in moderate hunger or experiencing hunger only once or a few times during the last 3 months. Meanwhile, hunger incidence was highest in Mindanao, recorded at 26.7%, 7 points higher than September's 19.7%. Hunger incidence rate in Visayas also increased, while Metro Manila decreased, both at 20.3% at November. The highest decline in hunger incidence is placed at Balanced Luzon from 23.8% to 16.7% in November. On the other hand, in the 51% of families who rated themselves poor, 27% have experienced total hunger, while in the 40% who rated themselves food poor, 30.4% were subjected to hunger. The survey was conducted from November 24 to 30 through face-to-face interviews with 1,200 adult Filipinos. This is Mia Layagin for Eurotv News.
Meanwhile, Senator Ronald Bato de la Rosa has been absent from the Senate since last year, yet he continues to receive firm support from his colleague and ally, Senator Robin Padilla, defending his fellow lawmaker. Padilla referred to De La Rosa as a war veteran and clarified that while the senator is away, his staff remains active in drafting and filing legislation. Henry Nicolas tells us more.
No Senate attendance but still receiving his monthly salary. This is the current situation of Senator Bato de la Rosa after leaving Senate session since November 2025. This follows reports of an arrest warrant allegedly issued against him by the International Criminal Court or ICC. The Department of the Interior and local government previously said that they have not yet received a copy of warrant of arrest against de la Rosa. In a Facebook post, Senator Robin Padilla defended his fellow senator against criticisms regarding his absence from the Senate. Padilla argued that being a senator is not just about sitting in office, gossiping with the media, speaking eloquently in the plenary, or trying to be the star. He emphasized that his friend De La Rosa is a war veteran and not just a low-level cop. According to Padilla, De La Rosa's staff remains complete and operational, continuing to draft legislative measures and maintaining full communication through the use of technology. He clarified that the senator is not on vacation, rather he is facing alleged harassment from a foreign power and needs to protect his rights as a Filipino within his own country. Senator Amy Marcos also previously defended the senator, stating that Bato is still working. She questioned whether law enforcement agencies actually hold a warrant of arrest or not. She added that if a warrant exists, it should be released so his legal team can address immediately. As of now, Senator Marcos says she has no news regarding Senator's location and has not spoken to him since last week. This is Henry Nicolas for Eurotv News.
Chinese nationals who have business and tourism purpose can enter the Philippines with a visa-free, as the government expanded the initial 7-day visa-free with additional 14 days. But the Department of Foreign Affairs said they will ensure the safety and security of the legitimate travelers by checking the derogatory records. Here's more details.
The Philippine government has further extended visa-free entry for Chinese nationals in the country. Based on the announcement of the Department of Foreign Affairs or DFA, it is based on the directive of President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. to facilitate trade, investment, and tourism, including people-to-people exchange between the Philippines and China. Among those who can benefit from visa-free entry to the Philippines are Chinese nationals who are in the field of tourism and have business purposes, but this one's non-convertible to any type of visa category in the Philippines. Visa-free entry can be used at two airports, specifically the Ninoy Aquino International Airport and the Mactan Cebu International Airport in Cebu. Chinese nationals may present their passport, the arrival as well as their hotel accommodations and return tickets with the next destination country. The DFA meanwhile ensured security and public order while facilitating the entry of legitimate travelers by checking their derogatory records. Prior to this announcement, the Philippines had already allowed mainland Chinese nationals to enter the country for an initial stay not exceeding 7 days. In total, the 7-day visa-free entry of Chinese nationals to the Philippines can be extended by 21 days due to the additional 14 days. This is ALVIN PELOBELLO for Eurotv News.
With tropical depression Ada threatening northeastern Mindanao and eastern Visayas, the DILG has placed local government units on high alert, ordering immediate preemptive evacuations in high-risk areas and the full activation of emergency operation centers to ensure zero casualties as the storm intensifies. Vanessa Cleophas reports.
As Tropical Storm Ada continued to move with the Philippine Area of Responsibility or PAR, it is being continuously monitored by PAG-ASA. The Department of the Interior and Local Government or DILG has instructed local government units or LGU to prepare for the storm's possible impact. In its advisory, the DILG directed LGUs to identify high-risk areas within their respective jurisdictions. LGUs were also ordered to implement preparedness and monitoring measures. Communities located in flood and landslide-prone areas were advised to carry out preemptive and mandatory evacuations. LGUs were likewise instructed to ensure that their emergency operation centers and incident management teams are ready, covering evacuation centers, medical facilities, and other essential needs of residents who may be affected by the storm. The DILG emphasized that early preparation and coordination during disasters are crucial to prevent unforeseen incidents. Meanwhile, the agency also urged barangay-level officials to prepare their communities and activate the Kaplisto as well as the city or municipal disaster risk reduction and management offices. This is Vanessa Cleophas for Eurotv News.
The Bureau of Internal Revenue taps the online platform TikTok for the digitalization of their tax education campaign. This was the result of the consultations of the BIR executives to an online platform representative. Mia Layagin tells us more.
With the aim of expanding tax education among the public, the Bureau of Internal Revenue and digital platform TikTok is now eyeing to enter a partnership focused on this goal. On Tuesday, BIR officials and representatives of TikTok held a meeting to discuss the proposed collaboration to strengthen tax education among taxpayers. Under this, TikTok will be supporting BIR in disseminating tax-related information through short content and creator-led materials to be shared online, especially during the Tax Awareness Month. These contents seek to amplify and encourage higher turnout of voluntary compliance of the public in tax paying and other related policies. On BIR's end, they are looking into launching on-site and online workshops with TikTok to discuss key details like taxpayer registration, taxable income streams, filing and payment procedures, as well as other compliance issues. BIR recognized the contributions and role of digital platforms in disseminating information across the public, especially about tax compliance. TikTok representatives also said that the company is committed into extending their platform as a channel of delivering information, realizing this as part of their responsibility amid digital age. The company also expressed support on BIR's goals to be more connected with users through TikTok contents. For now, the two entities have agreed into appointing focal persons as well as in setting timeline for the rollout of contents and workshops in the coming weeks, along with the opening of BIR's official TikTok account soon. This is Mia Layagin for Eurotv News.
As the Manila local government unit enhanced the city's campaign against illegal offenders, Mayor Isko Moreno wants those involved for the accountability, stressing their efforts to closely coordinate with the police force to ensure and maintain peace and public safety. Catherine Landicho has more.
Manila Mayor Isko Moreno Dumagoso assured the public that anyone proven to be involved in criminal activities in the city will be held accountable while pledging assistance and support to the victims. According to the mayor, the local government continues to closely coordinate with the police and other agencies to maintain peace and ensure public safety. He stressed that the city government will not tolerate any form of criminality, especially those related to illegal drugs and other serious offense.
We'll go after you no matter how long, how short, to find you. There is no place for you in this country once you commit a crime in the city of Manila. The Manila Police District will continue to hunt and brought you to justice.
Moreno also warned individuals and groups engaged in illegal activities to cease their operations or face the full force of the law. Meanwhile, the city government continues to urge the public to cooperate with the authorities by reporting suspicious activities to further strengthen the anti-crime campaign and ensure peace and order in the city. This is Catherine Landicho for Eurotv News.
President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. bolstered Cebu's healthcare system this Thursday, January 15, by personally handing over 5 million pesos financial aid and millions in medical equipment to Cebu Provincial Hospital in Balamban. Vanessa Cleophas returns for the details.
President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. provided 5 million pesos financial assistance to the Cebu Provincial Hospital or CPH in the municipality of Balamban. The hospital will use the funds to enhance its facilities so it can accommodate and serve more patients. In addition, the President also distributed medical equipment, medicines, and 20 wheelchairs to help support the hospital's operation. The Philippine Charity Sweepstakes Office or PCSO likewise contributed 6,000 pesos worth of medicines. X-ray machines and ultrasound machines were also distributed to CPH branches, including those in Bogo City, Danao City, the Anbantayan District Hospital, and 1B Dosado Memorial Hospital. According to CPH Balamban Chief Dr. Olivia Dandan, the assistance received by the hospital is a big help, especially as they continue to treat patients who were victims of strong earthquake that struck the province last year. Meanwhile, during the President's visit, he also inspected the Department of Health or DOH Zero Balance Billing Program. This is Vanessa Cleophas for Eurotv News.
A code-wide alert has been implemented in the province of Albay due to the effect of Tropical Depression Ada. With this, the Provincial Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Health Division has directed to activate the province's disaster preparedness and response. Catherine Landicho tells us more.
The Albay Provincial Health Office has raised a code-wide alert status following the entry of Tropical Depression Ada in accordance with the DOH Regional Memorandum. In its advisory, all rural and city health units, hospitals, and local disaster risk reduction and management health managers were directed to immediately activate their preparedness response, surge capacity, and contingency plans to ensure the health sector's readiness for the possible effects of severe weather. Health facilities were also advised to conduct strict monitoring of evacuees, especially those in evacuation centers, to prevent the spread of disease and promptly address any health-related concerns. The directive likewise includes the timely submission of reports, including zero-case reports, to ensure continuous situational awareness. The Provincial Health Office urged all concerned agencies and health workers to remain alert,
well coordinated and prepared to ensure the safety and well-being of Albayanos amid the threat posed by the storm. This is Catherine Lendicho for Eurotv News.
For stories around the globe, a U.S. envoy in the Gulf nation confirms that they will begin the second phase of the Washington's-backed ceasefire in the Gaza Strip. This comes after 4 months of the first phase of ceasefire takes effect. Son Santiago has more details.
The United States announced the start of the second phase of its peace plan in Gaza 4 months after a ceasefire took effect. The announcement was made Wednesday by President Donald Trump's Middle East envoy Steve Witkoff. According to Witkoff, Phase 2 focuses on demilitarizing Gaza, launching reconstruction efforts, and establishing the technocratic Palestinian governance. Following the announcement, mediators Egypt, Qatar, and Turkey confirmed that a 15-member technocratic committee will join. Ali Shat, a former Deputy Minister of Transportation of the Palestinian Authority, is set to lead the group, with members linked to Hamas excluded from the committee. This said technocrat admin will focus on daily life and services in Gaza. Israel welcomed the announcement, but stressed that its top priority remains the surrender of the remains of the final Israeli hostage, an issue that is still part of the unresolved first phase of the agreement imposed in October last year. This phase talks about the prisoner hostage exchange. Meanwhile, continued violence and delays in the delivery of humanitarian aid into Gaza were also still an issue in the previous phase. According to Gaza's health ministry, more than 400 Palestinians have been killed since the ceasefire took effect. Going back, reports said Hamas has already agreed to hand over governance to the Technocratic Committee but continued to refuse calls to disarm. The Palestinian Authority, on the other hand, has expressed support for the peace, calling it a step toward restoring unified Palestinian governance. Gaza's transitional administration will operate under the supervision of a Gaza Board of Peace, which will be chaired by United States President Donald Trump. Announcements related to the board are expected in the coming days. This is Son Santiago for Eurotv News.
And that's the latest news for tonight. You may visit eurtvph.com for more news and information. Once again, I am KRIZZA Lopez.
You can also catch our live broadcast through our social media accounts and Vibe and Extreme channel. Once again, I'm ALVIN, and this is Eurotv Newsthread. Stay safe. Have a good night, everyone.